They are not speaking for themselves. They are also speaking for you and I. So whatever they do there has direct effect, either negatively or positively, on us. So when Mr. President sent the name of Festus Keyamo to the Senate, it was sending down them to Nigerians for scrutiny. So whatever question the senators asked Festus Keyamo, they were asking those questions on behalf of their constituents, on behalf of their senatorial district. Now, Festus Keyamo should know, going forward from Monday, that he should not be answerable to Mr. President. Is going to be answerable to Nigerians. So that is why, if he heard, as he has already heard during the social workforce that was given to him, that about 700-something billion naira was in disposal, even when they called him to come and answer some questions in the Senate, he refuses to come, and he says, to hell with you, I am only answerable to Mr. President. What a country called Nigeria, when you are giving public office, they call it public office. You are a servant to public, not Mr. President. You are a public servant. So when you are in public office from political position, you are now answerable to the people, because in democracy, he belongs to you, he belongs to me, he belongs to all of us. It also belongs to one person. So it is not only with Festus Keyamo. I have seen the former governor of Rivers State, the immediate past governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, making the list as a FCT minister. Fine, good office for him. We have seen the number of projects in terms of infrastructure development in Rivers State. We have seen the number of flyovers being constructed by him. But FCT is another line. Another line in the sense that you have indigenes of that area. FCT is a federal capital territory in Nigeria, where we still need more development, where people need to be resettled. Now, Wike is going to a place where you have different tribes living, and where you have indigenes living. So in this course of discharging his function as a minister, he should know that Rivers State is not FCT. He should also know Rivers State and FCT are two different places. In FCT, a minister functions as a governor. They present their budget, and all the government parastatals and agency within the FCT has to report to him. So he should begin to have a listening ear, not to see himself as an emperor, that he sits as a governor in his state to decide what happened and who takes what shot and who does not do this or that. He should know that FCT is a face of this country in terms of development. I give it to him because I've seen what he has done as the governor of Rivers State, but then he should be very circumspect in discharging his function. Then go to Dave Umahi, very fantastic man, a civil engineer by profession. Nigerians want them to bring to bear their wealth of experience. The differences that they do not know, that there is a difference between a state governor and a minister. They have to report to Mr. President. The two National Assembly, the Senate and the House of Reps, will be calling them to answer questions. If this question will not be directly to them because of their ministry, it will be directly to the MD agency and parastatal that they are supervising. And if any one of them is called upon, they should see it as a call for duty and submit themselves for scrutiny. That is the problem that we have in Nigeria, where leaders do not allow those, the refuses to submit themselves for scrutiny. If you are not scrutinized, if you are not being asked questions, how would you know whether you are doing good or whether you are doing well or not? A dancer does not know whether the footsteps of his dance is okay or not. It is the spectators that will know. Oh, congratulations, you dance well. Today, the ministers, Nigerians are looking forward to them. On Monday, they should hit the ground running, and they should also prepare to answer questions from the citizen, not the man that appointed them.
Okay, it's like we are on with the ministerial list and the ministers this next. Let's go over to Rivers State, where we have 250,000 liters of diesel seized by a troop in Rivers.
Right, that's what we have been talking. You see, if
and now they have seized the vessel. The other time they twice they have burnt, twice they burnt the.
Maybe what we say, maybe they have listened to it. They call it one of standard procedures. It's not burning it again. They have seized the vessel. You see, right, that's what we are saying here. if you read that paper very well, now they say that vessel has not been in the water for about 2 years. They're using is a service vessel. They now construct tanker using telling. The problem is we don't have a modular refinery, because if we have modular refinery, all these things will not come up. Why it happen? Presently, you saw the other one than the NNPC.
We're talking about modular refinery. Now this is a vessel with 250 liters of diesel.
It's because
what is the connection between modular refinery
if we have
and
modular,
diesel?
if we have modular refinery, where's modular refinery? Modular refinery is a kind of a small refinery.
I know.
That we can refine about 3 or 4 processes. You know, we have about 29 extracts in a crude oil. The modular can handle about 4. Others can take it to a bigger refinery. Now, if you have that, all this stealing of crude oil will not be there, because there's no diesel. That's why they say people, because where they are stealing this crude oil is this local refinery in those creeks. That's what, if you read this AGO, they are not doing it to PMS. It's only AGO that they are stealing. Now the problem we have in the leaders are not doing the right thing. If you see what happened that in NNPC, why are you going there to borrow 3 million US dollars? Now that money is not for refined crude. They are using it so that the crude oil they import, they will be subtracting the money from there. Now, what did you use to stabilize for it? Is it not the export greater than the import? That's to stabilize. So now, like what my brother just said, Bright, the problem in Nigeria is leadership value change. We are not getting it right, and if we don't get it right, we will not move from one level to another. What is leadership value change? Leadership value change, as he said, is from the president, the Senate, the speaker, the ministers. If you don't get it right, like what he just said about the Keyamo was an activist. Keyamo was against the government, was saying he would do a lot, but when he came to the when he was given a opportunity, he was not doing well. Presently, we have problem of PMS. How do we solve it? It's going to have modular refinery, and if you don't have modular refinery, there's no way we can get it right.
I don't think
the crude oil will continue to be stolen.
I don't think modular refinery can stop the stealing of crude and the crude in the sea, and getting all these things and into vessels and transporting them for.
You see, Bright. Let me tell you how we can stop this. All these thefts in our crude oil sector. Bright, are you not aware that in every nautical miles of our water shorelines across the country, we have station security posts that comprises of, combined security forces?
Don't we have them in our waters?
We have it. Now, I mean, when we have these strategic economic resources of the country, we have them in numbers, and they are being paid on weekly basis in terms of their motivation allowances. That has nothing to do with their salary. They call it special duty. How on earth would somebody go in to the shorelines and vandalize such an heavy equipment that is being used to transport our crude oil? If you see the magnitude of the depth and the thickness of the pipeline being used in transporting our crude oil through our shorelines, it cannot take an ordinary welder 6 months to lose one of the boats. Now, these are specialists that does this sabotage, and under the watches of the security men that were paid to secure and safeguard those property. Do not also forget the immediate past governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, alleged, came out to publicly glare to accuse the military of sabotaging the crude oil sector of this country, and the commandant that was in charge of safeguarding the water shores in Rivers State up to today, a general in the Nigerian military, has not come to debunk that. Bright, crude oil, as we know, is not a dolly pop that you can just pick it from somewhere and put in your pocket. And it's not a sachet water. Sachet water you can just pick it and drink and throw out the sachet. It's something that we should stop. No, it's about a kind of a systematic collusion, where you have the same people that are supposed to sit
in this country. Excuse me. In this country, we have the navals,
the Navy forces.
Yes, the Navy. We have
civil defense.
We have water police. And if these two people, these two groups of security agency are in charge of these waterways, and with a combined team of army and other security personnel, why are we still having crude oil theft in this country?
Well, let me come. Sorry, let me come in. But do you know that scarcity? Do you know that scarcity of product?
Listen.
Encourages imitation.
It is food for thought because it's not part of our.
If the supply is there, this thing will not go.
The punch because of time. Our federal government tackles forex crisis with $3 billion loan. Atiku knocks Tinubu. Nigerian ends 742 billion oil revenue in 21 years, says Neti. And Nigeria rebounds trade 85. Nigeria rebounds trade $850 at parallel market. Dollar is $850 now. Yes, there's three things put together. It's about our earnings and the dollar that has skyrocketed into another.
But sorry, let me chip in something in that because I read the story very well. That $3 billion $3 billion borrowing from Afribank in Cairo. Now they say they want to borrow the money to stabilize the naira from rising, because naira as at yesterday was about 900.
We have started borrowing again.
No, let me come. Now the issue is, what did you use to stabilize naira? Is when your export is greater than import. Now what stops Nigeria to come and encourage industries so that local industries, so that our dollars can our naira can have strength? But the problem is they don't want to do. Now going to borrow this money, so they will pay through the crude. When they import crude, they now deduct the money from that African.
On the last lap, oil workers demand result as Tinubu heads petroleum ministry. Why
would the oil workers demand result? Who are these? Who are coming?
They have a new head now.
Who are these oil workers? We do not have any refinery in Nigeria that is working. Do we have any working refinery in Nigeria today as it stands? No. But we still have workers. Doing what? Paying with taxpayers' money when teachers in the university are not being paid, when legitimate civil servants are not being paid. Yeah, and then these people that are corrupt, in my own opinion, that are corrupt, as asking the president to give them result. What are their duty? What is the NNPCL still doing? Who determined the market force of PMX when the NNPCL are still telling Nigerians that they do not have any hand? So who determined the price of the PMX in the market? Then when you still have all this sabotage of stealing our crude oil with the same system that's supposed to protect the crude oil, how do you want the dollar to match against the naira? Because the only foreign earnings in Nigeria, in my own opinion, is the sale of our crude oil. That is the only thing that Nigeria exports to have dollars. If there's anything else bright, you mention to me maybe next Thursday, so that we can tell Nigerians. So why should you go in borrowing when we have crude oil, and you want to stabilize the price of naira within the forex market? You still went to borrow dollars again?
Let's go into research as we drop the curtain for now. Thanks, Udeme, thanks for being part of the program. Comrade Noah, thanks for being part of the program. And next week, Thursday, we'll be back here. My name remains Bright Solution Uno. And on behalf of this crew, the producer of this program, Con David, and ID James, who has been our star anchor person, we are saying bye for now. Catch you up next Thursday. God bless you.